You make a very interesting point about patriarchy. So, what I feel is that patriarchy is still prevalent in our society because women empower men too, to dominate them, to drive them or steer them to go a certain way. So, like you talk about sexual abuse and you talk about all these men from, be it your cousin brothers or your boyfriends or anybody else who had the, who thought it was okay to, sexually exploit somebody they knew or didn't know. So do you think women, for that matter, also have a role to play? Because they somehow let that happen and they make men believe that they have the power to do it. Because I don't think the number of women who would go out and do that to a man is far lesser compared to the men who do that to a woman. So somehow men have that in mind that they can do it. And since they believe that they can do it, maybe it's their mothers more than their fathers who made them think that it was okay to, patronize a woman, or it was okay to, maybe scold their sister or maybe scold their girlfriends or, friends over girls. So how much role do you think women also have had to play in the kind of society that has turned out right now? I'm sure you must have had experiences with women also where they must have judged you or tried to pull you down. So how much do you think even they contribute to this, the dark patriarchy that exists in the society?
So, if you go scientifically thinking about, because I was a science student, I was studying to be a doctor, then I graduated in botany. Right now, I'm pursuing law. Um, so I love science, and I think about situations in a very scientific way. So when you think of women and their role, that is that they play in patriarchy and them becoming the victims, I feel like it's all because of generational oppression. So, I mean, I don't know for how many billions of years man has been on this planet. And for all those billions of years, you've been told that you are not enough. All those billions of years, you've been told you're secondary. All those billions of years, you've been told that I am the one who's going to go get the meal, and you're going to be the one who's going to cook for me. So this generational oppression has resulted into this mindset where women have now taken this as the status quo that yes, we are secondary. We can
Yeah.
never be number one. And if you go about science thinking how things happen, humans used to have a tail. We have come from, chronologically, we have come from chimpanzees. So we used to have these webbed feet and tails, and now since you call them vestigial organs, so things that you are not requiring right now as per your movements and your locomotion, things fade away. So you don't need a tail, the tail goes away in generations. So what has happened is the women have adapted to this mindset where the men have been educated, the men have been the ones who are, going out and bringing in stuff, and the women are the ones who are the servers basically. They are not the ones who are the main parties in the household. So I feel like this has been so deeply rooted into the mindsets of women, because if you think about it, like a female dog and a male dog, they're both spectrum of the same species, right? So they both have their own roles to play. So a man and a woman has both the roles to play. I have heard in so many interviews women talking about, oh, we are physiologically or cerebrally weaker, whatever the fuck, a lot of actresses also talk about. But I
Yeah.
feel like, think about it. If your father and my father put us into the same physical education classes as my brother was going on to, if he sent us out bike riding at 11 in the night, the same way my brother was doing at that point of time, don't you think you and I would have the same, if not better, caliber of addressing life and terror and predators like my brother does? I don't have a doubt about that. So it's the
Yeah.
training. So first, it's the it's the oppressed mindset that we have. Second, it's the training, right? We both have the same organs. We have everything, but it's also the training. मम्मी यहाँ ज्यादा अंडे नहीं देती है बेटी को, बेटा तेरे बाइसेप्स ज्यादा बड़े हो जाएंगे, तू लड़का लगेगी. कम खाया करे, अपनी कमर पतली होनी चाहिए, टांगे ऐसी होनी चाहिए. So the society has not only controlled the way we think,
but
they've
also the
also,
way people.
yeah, we look, how we think about ourselves, how our
Yeah.
fathers think about us, how our brothers are supposed to think about us, and not only that, all the Indian festivals that we celebrate. You take a woman away from that festival, there is no festival.
Mm.
करवा चौथ अगर औरत व्रत नहीं रखेगी तो होगा ही नहीं. दिवाली पे अगर तुम्हारी माँ दिया नहीं जलाएगी तो दिवाली नहीं बनेगी. ठीक है, ऐसा कोई भी फेस्टिवल नहीं होता जिसमें तुम्हारा बाप और भाई कोई मेन रोल प्ले कर रहे होते हैं. सो उन्होंने रिलीजियसली, फिजिकली, साइकोलॉजिकली, बायोलॉजिकली, हर तरीके और सोशली, हर तरीके से दे हैव made and intertwined the whole rhetoric as that women are the center of the universe, but they're still not important. You know? So, having said that, yes, I do address women who hate me, who do not like me, but imagine a person who has always never been out in the sun, who has always lived in a room. So, when he
Yeah.
does go out in the sun, he's going to be like, where the fuck am I?
Yeah.
I want to go back in there. So women have this way of thinking, but when more women like yourself and me are going to talk not about their physical thoughts, but about their deep rooted insecurities, then things are going to change. So women do not have a role to play in what men do. On the contrary, the generational oppression that men have imposed on us, because men always knew that women can outsmart them
Mhm.
physically, scientifically, anything.